Hey guys, Reckless Pro Gamer here, and that was a little bit of a weird introduction. Anyways, today I'm going to be diving deep into Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie spoilers. So I just saw the movie with my friends Mateo and Sonny and his brother today, and I have to tell you, the movie is so good. Oh my, this movie was way better than the first one. Like 5 times better than the first one. But yes, this will be my spoiler review. I don't really do reviews for movies, but I decided for this one, I really wanted to dive deep into the spoilers, into the lore of this franchise and things like that. Also, probably maybe tomorrow or sometime later, I'm going to be doing a speculation video about what could potentially be going on in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and the Knuckles series that's supposed to come out next year. So that will be a separate video, but this will just be me diving deep into spoilers of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So this is your warning. So if you have not seen this movie yet, please click off this video, because trust me, you don't want to ruin this movie for yourself, because I already got spoiled apart from this movie. Me and my friend Mateo did, without even knowing, because we got spoiled something pretty major from a McDonald's toy. All I'm gonna say is it was a McDonald's toy that we got spoiled by, and at the time, me and him, we were just like, oh, it's a McDonald's toy, it's probably fake. You know, I'm not gonna, I didn't think McDonald's could spoil a movie, but apparently they did. So at least we didn't get spoiled at end credits scene. But anyways, let's get started with this video. So you have been warned. So now that I warned you guys, so first I just want to talk about the movie in general. So this movie is about Sonic wanting to be more of a hero.
Justice!
You know, he wants to try and prove himself and be more heroic. He wants to show that he can do it his own way. And then of course we have his new sidekick in this movie, Tails.
Just hope we're not too late.
They gave Tails like an updated look for the movie, and I think they probably did to make it look more like modern Tails. But anyways, they actually did Tails. They actually did the way how Tails opens up in this movie. They did differently from the end of the first movie, because at the end of the first movie, when the end credit scene showed up, and Tails came out of the portal, right? The ring portal. Obviously, he had his old design, but it was also, I thought this movie would start off showing the end credit scene with Tails popping up, but no, it actually took a little while for Tails to get here. But anyways, there's a part in this movie where you find out that Tails has been spying on Sonic ever since his first adventure, like when he caused that power outage and everything. Tails apparently has been watching him. It's kind of a weird introduction about why he's even here, but anyways, yeah. And then he basically was watching him, and he had to come warn him because Knuckles and Robotnik is coming. So yes, Robotnik came back in this movie with a new partner, Knuckles, and just like in the games, Eggman tricks Knuckles to be on his side to like try and go after Sonic, because Robotnik tricks him into thinking that Sonic wants the emerald, but he doesn't. Eggman wants the emerald, obviously. So anyways, with all that being said, now I want to get into Knuckles. I want to talk about Knuckles, because Knuckles actually has a lot of backstory in this movie. So there's a certain scene where on the snowboard scene after Sonic and Knuckles fight on the snowboard scene, Knuckles starts talking about his tribe and his father, and like it actually shows a little backstory of his tribe and when Knuckles was a baby. So he was talking to Sonic about how he lost everything.
I lost everything because of you.
And Sonic was saying he knows what that feels like because in the first movie he lost Longclaw. So, and we also find out that it seems like the Owls and the Echidnas have been fighting for generations, if that makes any sense. So basically Longclaw had ancestors, and of course Knuckles had his Echidna tribe as ancestors, and they've been battling for generations for the Master Emerald. And at the end of this movie, we find out that the Master Emerald contains the Chaos Emeralds. At the end of the movie, the Master Emerald breaks, right? Like it gets destroyed. And when it does, all the Chaos Emeralds come out. But the Chaos Emeralds are really small. That's the thing to note, is that the Chaos Emeralds are like this big. They're like this big in the movie, which is really weird because in the games, they're like the size of your hand, like you could hold one in your hand. But in the movie, it's like this big, but it makes sense because it's inside of the Master Emerald. But we also find out that Knuckles' Echidna tribe hid the Chaos Emeralds in the Master Emerald to contain them, to contain the power. But anyways, what was I gonna say? So obviously with Eggman coming back, he's working with Knuckles to try and get the Master Emerald, right? And we see a lot of cool references, I would say, in this movie. There's a lot of good Easter eggs and references in this movie. And like there's like a reference to Angel Island where the Master Emerald is kept. Of course, we have the Death Egg robot, which is like the final battle at the end of the movie. Unfortunately, the tornado at the end of the movie when Tails was flying it got destroyed, so that was pretty sad. It was really sad. Rip the tornado. But maybe, who knows, maybe in the third movie he could rebuild it or build another one. Maybe this won't be the end of the tornado, hopefully. But, yeah, we actually got a lot of lore of the story in this movie, which I really did like. And a lot of people are saying that the pacing in this movie is like really weird or like not that good, but I disagree. I think the pacing is fine. I think this movie was way better than the first one. Like completely better. Like everything about this movie is better. And you know, everything about this movie just screams Sonic. Basically the plot for this movie is, you know, Sonic wants to be more heroic, right? He's trying to be more of a hero, and he gets a new sidekick, Tails. They're trying to go after the Emerald because they're trying to get it before Robotnik, Eggman, and Knuckles gets it because they don't want them to get it, right? But then, you know, Sonic and Knuckles fight because Knuckles thinks that Sonic is the one trying to get the Emerald, even though he's just trying to keep it away from Eggman. Now, what's different in this from the games is that in the games, Eggman was always trying to go after the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds, but he never actually got them. You know what I mean? Like, he did, but he never, you know what I mean? But, like, you know, he never really held the power of them or anything like that. You know what I mean? He just used them on his machines. But in this movie, he not only gets his hands on the Master Emerald, but when he does, he turns into, like, this Super Saiyan, like, form. All over him. It's kind of like the electricity power that Sonic has in the movie, but it's all green. His eyes are green, and he has this weird kind of demonic type auto-tune voice. It's really weird, but then of course we have the Gun Corporation is in this movie. So Gun, Gun is in this movie, which is another reference. And Robotnik, you know, Eggman, he actually takes certain parts of like trains or helicopters to make the Death Egg robot. Like he creates it with all those parts, right? Now, what I want to talk about next is I want to talk about the ending. I want to go over the ending of this movie now. So, the ending, when the Master Emerald breaks, you know, and like all the little mini Chaos Emeralds come out of it, we see Sonic become Super Sonic. And if you don't know who that is, Super Sonic actually makes its first appearance in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And Super Sonic happens with, in case you don't know, in case if people are watching this, they don't even know what Sonic is. Super Sonic happens when you get all the 7 Chaos Emeralds and you get all of them and you basically get powered up kind of by the Chaos Emeralds, and that's how Sonic becomes Super Sonic. And that's exactly what happened. Is the Master Emerald broke, like, destroyed, and then all the little mini Chaos Emeralds went into him, and that's how he became Super. And when he became Super, he took down the Death Egg robot, he took down Eggman, and then that was pretty much the ending. Pretty much the ending was he took down Eggman, and of course we can't forget Knuckles. Knuckles joined with Sonic and Tails because he found out that Eggman tricked him later on. So he ended up joining Sonic and Tails by the end of the movie, and basically took down Eggman, the Death Egg robot, and that was pretty much the end of the movie. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of the movie as far as that goes. Although there was actually a lot of good fight scenes with Sonic and Knuckles, but I wish they were longer. Like, I feel like the trailers and the TV spots showed way too much because I didn't think the fight scenes were going to be that short. So when Sonic first met Knuckles, he was like at the Wachowski house. You know, they were in Hawaii and he was in the house, right? And he was trying to protect it, like guard it. And this is kind of when Tails first shows up, kind of, because like he shows up trying to look for Sonic, but then they find him first. So then we see Eggman come back, right? And he's like trying to tell Sonic that he did not win, you know, if that's what he thought, he did not win. And then that's when he introduces Knuckles, and Knuckles punches him through the wall, through the TV, and they have their own first fight, which the first fight does not last long because then it gets interrupted by Tails driving a car and bumped into Knuckles, and so that was an interesting scene. But anyways, so yeah, Tails can drive, confirmed. He can drive better than Sonic, since Sonic in the first movie couldn't drive well. But anyways, now I want to talk about the end credit scene. So, oh my god. The end credit scene of this movie is insane. Like, I already kind of speculated, I think my friend Mateo too speculated that this would happen. Here's the thing. I speculated that either Shadow or Metal Sonic could show up at the end of this movie, because depending on which route they took. I didn't know if they were going to choose the Sonic Adventure 2 route or if they were going to choose the Sonic CD route. Looks like they're choosing the Sonic Adventure route, 2 route, and now it's confirmed because yes, at the end credit scene is no other than Shadow the frickin' Hedgehog. And in the end credit scene, we get to see there's these 2 gun corporation agents, I guess you could call them. There's the leader, which is that guy with like the the white hair. He was like part of the government that brought Robotnik here in the first place, and he was saying how they were trying to look for him, and he was saying how there's no way that he survived that fall.
Survived that crash. He's toast.
That actually
Good
leaves
riddance.
a very big door open to the fact that Eggman actually could have died in this movie. And I know a lot of you are going to be typing away in the comments or saying, wait, Reckless, how could Eggman die? They're not gonna kill him off like that. Well, they actually could, and there's a reason why they actually might kill Eggman off and might just say that he's dead. And in my next video, when I talk about speculations for the third movie and the Knuckles series, I will be talking about why and how Eggman could potentially just be dead and might not even show up in the third movie. So I'll be talking about that in the next video. But, so the end credit scene has those two GUN agents talking, right? They were talking about Robotnik's whereabouts. They were like looking through a bunch of files, like deleting all of them. And then they stumbled, the lady said they stumbled across a file that has been from 50 years ago.
A file buried deep in our system and dating back over 50 years.
Then it cuts to the guy saying, 50 years, what is it? And then it cuts to a scene where we see, I don't know, it might be in space, but we see a capsule, like a cage with ice on top of it, and inside is Shadow the Hedgehog. And then as soon as it zooms up on his face, the guy says, Project Shadow.
Someone worked very hard to keep this hidden.
And
My God.
Project Shadow. I already kind of speculated that Shadow would be in the next movie, either that or Metal Sonic. Not to say that Metal Sonic couldn't be in the next movie, but probably not going to at this point. If they're going to introduce Shadow the Hedgehog in his story, they're not going to probably introduce Metal Sonic. But anyways, yeah, so this definitely sets up a really, really big future for this franchise. I'm really, really excited to see what Jeff Fowler and the team pulls off, because I definitely want to see where this franchise is going to go with the Knuckles series coming out next year, potentially, and then probably the year after the third movie. So I'm really excited for this franchise, the Sonic Cinematic Universe. I cannot wait. It's pretty much already here. It's already happening. The Sonic Cinematic Universe is already here. It's only getting bigger. So I cannot wait for the third movie. This movie was so good. It was so outstanding. I didn't really see any problems with it. Although, I did have a nitpick with this movie, I should say. Not really a problem or an issue, but like a little nitpick. Actually, it was like a few. The first one I had was, you know how in the title teaser when Paramount uploaded that little title teaser teasing the title for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that's when we found out it was just going to be called Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And for the longest time before the movie came out, I kept thinking that in the intro or the credits somewhere in the movie, we were going to hear that theme, the Emerald Hill Zone. But in the movie, you never hear it. Like, it never plays. And I'm just like, I feel like that was a really big missed opportunity by Paramount and SEGA. Or mainly Paramount, because they're the ones making the movies. But I say SEGA because it's their characters and stuff. But anyways, so I feel like that was a really big missed opportunity. They kind of just took the same intro that they used for the first movie with the rings and stuff for this one, which is fine. But I feel like they should have switched it up a little bit. Maybe switched up, I don't know, some of the scenes in the intro for a little bit. And then maybe if they just put the Emerald Hill theme music in the intro, it would have been perfect. So I do wish that they had that. And then I also wish that not the first Knuckles fight, not the second Knuckles fight. The second one was actually my favorite because I felt like it was the longest one, because that's when Knuckles was talking to Sonic about his tribe. But the third one, the third and final Sonic and Knuckles fight, this is where Knuckles finds out that he got tricked by Eggman, This fight felt so short to me. Like, I felt like it was only on for like 10 seconds, and then Knuckles finds out he got tricked. So I really wish that that fight was a little bit longer, because that was literally the fight I've been waiting for the most, because that fight just looked insane. But unfortunately, it was not that long. And I really wish it was. I really wish it was. You know, I mean, they made that whole dance fight scene with Sonic and Tails dancing to Uptown Funk. They made.
I got an idea.
I don't think that was too long, but they made that longer than that Sonic and Knuckles fight, which was a little bit weird to me. But especially since in the first movie, Sonic literally just like did a Quicksilver move and was speeding through the entire bar that he was in on Earth and pretty much messed up everything and then left. But this time, he didn't do that. He just went with the flow and started dancing with Tails to Uptown Funk, so... there had to be another Fortnite reference in this movie. Yep. First movie, we got a scene of Sonic flossing. Now in this one, we got Eggman flossing. But, you know, I'm not going to really complain that much because it's a kid's movie. It's targeted towards kids. Just like how it has fart jokes and stuff in it. Of course, it's going to have... It's a kid's movie, so... it's going to have at least one or two Fortnite references or things like that. Not that annoying to me, but did I think we needed Eggman flossing in this movie? No. I think it would have went just fine without it. But, you know, it's targeted for kids, so, you know, they're going to have something like that. Regardless, I think this movie was really good. I think it was outstanding. The CGI and the effects, everything was played out so well. I'll definitely be getting this movie on Blu-ray or DVD when it comes out. Maybe even on digital or whatever copies I can get. And the next video I'll be talking about, next video I'll actually be coming up with my own little plot on what I think is going to be happening in Sonic the Hedgehog movie 3. I'm going to be talking about the Knuckles series. I'm going to be talking about what Jim Carrey talked about in an interview a few days ago, a few days ago. And I'll talk about how Eggman could potentially be dead and not show up in the third movie. But I think that's a wrap for this video. I think I've went into all the details I wanted to go into. For the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, I went into all the spoilers. I went in depth and everything like that. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, actually. I think that might be it. So, I give this movie a definite 10 out of 10. This was an amazing movie. This is way better than the first one. See, the thing with the first one is it was a good movie, but it didn't really feel like a Sonic movie. This movie just screams Sonic all the way. This is the Sonic movie you've been waiting for. If you've been waiting for an actual Sonic movie, this is it. The first one kind of just felt like a random movie that you put Sonic into. This one actually does feel like a Sonic movie. And the human characters take a big backseat in this movie, which I think needed to happen because Tom was with Sonic almost the entire movie in the first movie, and it was like a road trip. So, and yeah, this movie's doing really good in the box office too. So yeah, this movie was overall really outstanding. It was really great. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the future of this franchise. I can't wait. SCU, Sonic Cinematic Universe, is a go. So with all that being said, I think that's it. That's my review for this video. Probably tomorrow or sometime the next day, I'll be doing the speculation video. Anyways, that's all I have for today, guys. And I will see you in my next video, which is the speculation video. Peace.